During a recent court hearing before his sentencing, a Capitol rioter who pleaded guilty in August begged the judge for leniency over what he said was the biggest mistake of his life. Let me read what this man, Tommy Frederick Allen from California, wrote in his plea to the judge. What I did on January 6th was wrong. This exceptional nation requires justice be served, equal justice under the law. I have spent the last 2 years accepting the reality that I am going to prison. I know I am going to prison, but I want to be freed as soon as possible so that I can continue to love and provide for my family, contribute to my community. I find myself at your mercy. Your Honor, I am humbly requesting mercy and compassion when considering my prison term. Now, federal prosecutors are seeking 2 years for this man. He scaled the walls of the U.S. Capitol on a rope. He stole an American flag and some documents from the Senate chamber. So you stole official government documents. But don't worry, because, after he did all this, he felt so guilty about it. He went back home, burned the documents in his backyard. Official government documents. He's destroyed them. Then he deleted his Facebook because on his Facebook, he had put pictures of himself storming the Capitol, and he said it was, quote, the best day ever. It was the best day ever. So, of course, he had to delete his Facebook, because that's probably not going to work out well when you're begging for leniency, saying, oh, God, I've made such a big mistake, having the best time of my life storming the government, right? No. I hope this man gets the full term that prosecutors are seeking. And you know what? I think the judge ought to throw on another year for good measure. By the way, this guy runs a gym for toddlers. A toddler gym. Is this really, people of Sacramento, where this is located, is this really the kind of guy you want to send your kids to? Capitol rioter, a 54-year-old who's begging for mercy because he screwed up. Now, his lawyer, of course, came out, also asked for leniency, said, listen, the guy's obviously, sorry for what he did, clearly, obviously. But the lawyer went on to say, Mr. Allen was never really engaged in politics until the former President Trump convinced him and millions of other constituents of his unique and drastic America First policies that promised freedom and prosperity for people like Mr. Allen, the forgotten man, who owned a small business. Based on this, Mr. Allen gradually became an avid supporter. When President Trump lost the 2020 election, he was also successful in convincing Mr. Allen not only that there was corruption and voter fraud, but that the American citizens were responsible for doing something about it. How many times have I sat here and told you about lawyers for Capitol rioters making this same argument like, hey, it's just a normal guy up until Donald Trump made him insane, so Trump is really to blame. I've told you that a dozen times, more than that. You know how many times it's worked in court, by the way? Never. So these court-appointed, public defenders, which is what a lot of these people get, y'all got to realize this shit isn't going to fly. It hasn't worked in any case so far, so please stop saying it because you're not going to help your career at all. You look like an idiot, and you're also making your client look like a damn fool by saying they're not smart enough to figure these things out. So, it is what it is, right? Every Capitol rioter, in my opinion, deserves the full sentence being sought by prosecutors. That's what should happen. This individual is no exception. He's an Army veteran. He knew better. He knew what he was doing. He posted on social media it was the best day of his life. And then he rapidly, quickly, tried to delete it, before the trial, before he pleaded guilty in August, because he knew it would be used against him. It doesn't matter how you feel now. It matters how you felt on that day when you did the crime. And you should be punished based on your feelings from that day, not on your feelings from today. Hey everyone, this is Aspen. And did you know that for the low cost of $0 per day, you can subscribe to the Fair and Balanced YouTube channel. We also encourage you to like, comment, and share, but again, click that subscribe button and help Aspen not be so grumpy.